Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this edition of Combos and Coffee. She's having coffee for both of us.
I'm back.
Yeah, she's back. She always makes the episode better.
It's been like a year.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
No. Anyways, this is the month of love, and we're told that we're supposed to tell you our love story. Kind of grosses me out a little bit. I don't want to tell love stories. But anyways, Shannon is going to tell you how we met because I blow this story all the time.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty simple. We met at church. And, okay, so he was friends with my friend. And I don't really remember. How does it go? You tell me.
This is how it goes. I was friends with her friend because of Pearl Jam. And then what happened was she saw me at church and was like, ooh, I'm going to make him a mixtape. And so she came up to me and said, here's a mixtape. And I was like, I think she likes me. And then later on, we got married. That's how we met.
Yeah, it's like I, in advance of meeting you, I just had this mixtape ready for you.
No, you saw me and you quickly went and made one. And we're not so old that it was a tape.
Okay,
it was
listen.
a CD.
This is how it happened.
I told you I'd blow
I
it.
did want to introduce myself somehow. Well, no, I did introduce myself earlier because I saw another mutual friend talking to it. And I'm like, this is my chance.
See?
Listen, there weren't a lot of guys in our church.
Hey, you don't need to qualify it with that.
But he was with his buddy too. Like, so there was two of them that had come. But I was like, I wonder who that guy is. And so I went and introduced myself. And then like weeks later, I think, I did make a mixtape CD. But I gave one to him and one to his friend to not seem quite so obvious.
Yeah, that was a ruse.
Yeah, it was.
Giving it to Paul.
But that's how it went. That's how the story went. And clearly it worked because here we are 16 years later.
Well done, Shannon.
Yeah.
She got a good one. Anyways,
It'll be 17 years this summer that we'll have been together.
Together, yeah. We didn't really wait. We met each other and then we're like, the Lord hath said thou shalt marry. And so we were married in like a year.
Yeah, it's true.
Anyways,
It's true.
and it was good.
It was good. And it is good.
And it is good.
It's very good.
Okay, so Shannon, I know this is really not going to work out because she's supposed to read a scripture.
I forgot my phone.
That means a lot to us, I suppose.
Sure. It's a good scripture for marriage.
It's a good scripture for marriage.
Okay, it's Ephesians 5:31 and 32, and I am reading from the Passion Translation, which I highly recommend for when you want to see something in a different perspective.
Yes.
Perspective. Okay. For this reason, a man is to leave... Wait, is that right? Yes, it is. No, I started too early. 32 and 33. This is going
Are we
great.
going to do jump cuts?
No, let's just leave it.
Okay.
But I'll enjoy this. Okay, Ephesians 5:32 and 33, not 31. Okay, marriage is the beautiful design of the Almighty, a great and sacred mystery, meant to be a vivid example of Christ and his church. So every married man should be gracious to his wife, just as he is gracious to himself, and every wife should be tenderly devoted to her husband.
Exactly, especially the last part.
Yeah.
No, that's such an important scripture because I like how it connects to the church. And when you get married, all of a sudden you're not your own anymore, right? Like you're now not just ministering to yourself in your own life, but you minister to another human being as well. And then down the road, you minister to your children. So like your first sort of ministry job as a husband or a wife is right there with the person that you have entered into the covenant with. So it's super important scripture. And I like how it sort of hits men and women in sort of what our roles kind of are in marriage.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think typically men and women need different things. Mm-hmm. So that's just kind of how it goes, right? When we were having our marriage counseling, I think it's been so long.
Don't say the triangle thing.
No, not the triangle thing.
Okay, Pastor Peter said it last week.
Oh, okay, good. Anyways, I think it was that the pastor was saying that men want respect. Mm-hmm. Not that women don't want respect. Of course, women want respect. But men crave respect. Women crave love. And so that's kind of what that verse is saying.
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's the
so.
Passion Translation, so you never really
No,
know.
I think it is, but I mean, I think that's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
So.
no. It's definitely saying that. So that's our story. We were going to do top 5 things, but like we're probably at about a half hour so far. Should we want to do it anyway?
Well, let's just do a couple of them at least.
Okay. So one of the things that me and Shannon like to do is tell people our top 5 things.
Yeah.
And so this is Mythbusters time at the church, so we want to bust some myths about what people think of marriage. Very, very important stuff. We'll go through them super fast because this is just kind of our thing. Number 5 thing that you need to know about marriage is that when you get into marriage, your person won't stay the same and you won't be able to change them.
No. Like, you hope that you change together, right? Like that you're not going to change on drastic levels, but no matter what, as humans, we're going to be constantly changing. But this is a pet peeve of mine, that women get into marriage and they like treat their husband like their son, basically. Like, don't do this and eat this and don't that actually drives me crazy because that's not your job. No. It's not your job to change him. Right. And if you didn't like him, you shouldn't have married him.
Yeah.
So be okay with that. Understand that if you're with someone and there's like 8,000 things you don't like about them, maybe you shouldn't marry them.
That's true. Excellent point. Number 4, and it goes along with what we just said, is that you don't need to know absolutely everything about your partner before you get married.
It's not possible.
Like these 7-year engagements where we decide we're going to move in together first and spend intimate time together and all that kind of stuff. Like, you can't possibly know everything about your partner, and they're going to change anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, just go along for the ride, man. Strap yourself in and feel the cheese.
For example, I didn't know his beard would get so gray.
She did know about the hair, though, and she still signed up for the lifetime lease. So,
yes, it's true.
All right, number 3.
You won't argue. I mean, we never argue, but that's us.
Yes, absolutely. Number 2, you're going to do everything together.
Listen. You need time apart from each other.
Absolutely.
It's important.
There's things she does that are dumb. I don't like doing them.
Like what?
I can't think of them right now, but...
Well, I
don't... You make those bookmark things. I don't want to do that.
Well, and I don't want to play video games with you, so...
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't.
But number 1. Number 1 thing that is the biggest myth, and this one is near and dear to my heart. Husbands, you are not always wrong.
It's true.
You may have to be right in private, but you're not always wrong.
Yes, TV would make us think the husband is the lovable oaf who's always screwing up, and the woman is the naggy mean lady who's always right. And that isn't true.
That's not true.
Sometimes I'm the lovable oaf.
That's true. She is a lovable oaf. Anyways.
He's a little bit naggy.
I'm naggy. This was the weirdest combos and coffee we've ever done, and I feel like we're going to have to do some jump cuts.
I don't think so.
Anyways.
I think it was delightful.
Yeah, we were a delight. So, love you guys. That's our love story. There's some advice and a scripture that we thought was pretty meaningful.
Yes. And let me leave you with one thing. One of the most wonderful things about marriage is always having a friend. And I appreciate that.
Aw, and I'm a really good friend.
Mm-hmm. And he's funny. I like that.
She's funny too,
well,
just in a different way. Anyways, we keep going.
Okay.
You guys have a really good day. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.